Hey guys, Michael here, and I'm back to talk bricks. Today we're talking the LEGO Movie 2, and bringing you my full breakdown of all the secrets, Easter eggs, and things you need to know from Trailer 2. For the weekly giveaway, simply comment and subscribe, and you could win a prize. We're back with another amazing trailer to break down. Christmas has come early, and for Thanksgiving, I have this trailer to be thankful for. But of course, I'm gonna go through the full trailer to break down the story beats, the Easter eggs, and any hidden details you might have missed. So let's get started. The trailer starts off similar to the first one, with Wildstyle on top of the fallen Statue of Liberty in the broken down town of Apocalypseburg. And it's clear to see that everything is not so awesome anymore. And while Wildstyle may be brooding, Emmett is blissfully unaware as he interrupts Wildstyle's speech with some coffee. And like I mentioned in my last breakdown, Emmett has not caught up with the times. Back at home, Emmett thinks he sees a shooting star, but what it turns out to be is Sweet Mayhem's Sistar starship, which of course spells trouble for our heroes, so Wildstyle tells everyone to run. It then cuts to all the citizens of Apocalypseburg running into this large bunker, which seems to be something that Batman built. And as everyone runs inside in fear, we can see some familiar faces from the coffee house scene from trailer 1. But falling behind are some of our heroes, and here we can see the large version of unikitty on top of the escape buggy that we saw built during the first trailer. And we'll be able to recreate this scene with the unikitty and Warrior Lucy and Emmett and Lucy's escape buggy sets, which are coming out. And while the blast effects look so amazing in the scene, our heroes are scared because they're in hot pursuit from Sweet Mayhem's starship. Our heroes are the last to enter the bunker, and we can see Emmett carrying what's left of Metalbeard on his back. And with Sweet Mayhem right on their tails, it's a bit unclear if they're all going to make it into the bunker. And I love how even though it looks like unikitty won't make it through the door, she just shrinks down and slides right through. But before the door closes fully, we see one of Sweet Mayhem's stars caught in the door. The star has a really sweet child's voice, and it's so sad and hurt in the door. So much so that the star convinces Emmett to release it. And as the star slides out the door, Emmett is convinced that no one got in. But of course we know Sweet Mayhem did. And then this trailer gives us a somewhat sped up version with some new footage of the sequence in the bunker that we saw from trailer 1. Sweet Mayhem refers to herself here as General Mayhem, and in her efforts to find the group's leader, she shoots stickers at Wildstyle and captures most of the main heroes. And it's interesting to point out that the stickers that you see here in the movie actually come in that Sistar starship set. As everyone gets taken away, we see Lucy and Emmett scream after each other, but I'm left wondering, why were these characters taken to begin with? And what's General Mayhem's agenda? But we'll have more to talk about who may be the villain of this movie in a bit. Determined to save his friends, here we see Emmett reconstruct their house into this house-shaped spaceship, which is a pretty funny look. Getting ready for takeoff, we see Emmett here with Planty, his plan from the first movie. And as he puts Planty's seatbelt on, we can also see the decorative pillow that we saw in the first trailer. That says Emmett and Lucy forever, and it's likely that he took this exact bench to make his seats. The ship takes off into space, but of course Emmett runs into trouble very quickly. Not the most coordinated hero, Emmett finds himself in an asteroid field, and he ends up getting rescued by some masked hero, who makes very quick work of those asteroids, saving Emmett. The hero boards the ship and reveals himself to be Rex Dangervest, who's actually another character voiced by Chris Pratt. And let's just say they share a lot of things in common. They're both defenders of the galaxy, just like Chris Pratt was when he was Star-Lord. He's also an archaeologist, which is funny because Chris Pratt has long been in talks to play Indiana Jones in an upcoming movie. Rex is even a cowboy, which we saw Chris Pratt play in the Magnificent Seven movie. And finally, of course, Rex is a raptor trainer, which is straight out of Jurassic World and even mimics the exact same shot. We then get a shot of what seems to be Rex Dangervest's spaceship, which hilariously looks like one large fist. Emmett then asks Rex if he'll join him to save his friends. And I love how during this sequence, he's signing a headshot for one of the raptors. And as we get a shot of our heroes trapped somewhere in the Sistar System, Rex tells Emmett that he doesn't want to go anywhere near it. We then see Rex's ship approaching the Sistar System, which features the same planets that we saw hanging in the original trailer. And Rex wants Emmett to stay away as it's ruled by an evil queen. And this devious brick-built creature could be our first look at the main villain for the movie. Only the toughest people are getting out of the Sistar System, and I don't think Emmett's making a very good case for himself as he sits there petting one of Rex's raptors. We then cut to our heroes entering this large castle environment as they come face to face with Queen Whatevra wannabe herself. And after we saw that more devilish version of this character, I, like the heroes in the story, are getting some major evil vibes. And it's interesting how this character can shapeshift, and it's a unique ability of these brick-built characters, even though it may be somewhat unsatisfying to look at. We then get this great shot of Emmett crashing down into an area of the Sistar System, and I love that use of the Big Fig Fist. And while it looks like this area may be all sunshine and rainbows, I think there may be something more sinister going on. We then get this great shot of all these minifigures dancing around. In the background of the shot, we can see the Duplo version of Wonder Woman, as well as a crayon on the side. And in the shot where they're leaned the other way, we can also see this amazing minifigure giraffe design, which is likely the exact design that design VP Matt Ashton mentioned on Twitter. There seems to be a ton of amazing female character designs in the background, but what's interesting are the male ones at the front. Here we can see Superman at the center smiling and dancing. To his left is Green Lantern, who he really dislikes in the movies, and to the right is Lex Luthor, his arch nemesis. So this certainly makes me wonder how these characters got together, and my assumption is that it might have to do with the fact that they're the only characters covered in glitter. And we see glitter many times throughout the trailers. We also know that this movie will have something to do with how boys and girls play with each other, as it was said that Finn would be playing with his sister in this movie. And you may remember in the first trailer when trying to find the leader of the group, Sweet Mayhem made a huge comment on men and women being leaders. So I'd say we're definitely going to get more of these gender dynamics in the movie. We then get a bit of a flashback back to the Battle of Taco Tuesday. Batman hilariously throws a batarang and misses this Duplo invader. And this has to be a reference to the original Lego movie with that hilarious first try scene, where Batman had to throw a ton of batarangs just to hit the switch. We then get another shot of Queen Whatevra wannabe, and we can see here that she's in another form. So it's curious to see how many forms she'll have in the movie, and we'll have to see if this glitter here is a coincidence or not. We then get this amazing shot of Metalbeard all built out of musical instruments. It looks like one of the legs is a keyboard and the other peg leg is built out of a microphone stand, and one of his arms is a trumpet. And in the lower left-hand corner of the shot, we can see what seems to be Wildstyle wearing some headphones. We then get a quick shot of a fight scene between Sweet Mayhem and Lucy in what seems to be part of that original bunker sequence from earlier in the trailer. We then see Unikitty jumping out of a castle shaped just like her, and fans of the TV show Unikitty on Cartoon Network will recognize this as the castle in the Unikingdom of the show. And on the hill in that shot, we even see a brick-built figure of Puppycorn, Unikitty's brother and another character from the show, which may make that entire show canon. Elsewhere in the Sistar System, we see Rex dropping down and hitting the ground, where all these different creatures that are brick-built surround him. The creatures themselves are very colorful and built out of plant elements from the environment, and we'll have to see what danger they pose to our heroes. We then get a construction site with all these flying vehicles bringing in what seems to be supplies, and it seems to be this large pink structure that they're building, which actually features an all-new heart-shaped plate element. Here we see Lucy and Emmett reunite, but she also points out that he seems to have drawn on some stubble to look a bit tougher, and I think this is a pretty funny joke when you see him wipe it all off. We then see Lucy come face to face with this large brick-built character carrying a cake pop. Though it's a bit unclear where exactly this happens in the movie, Wildstyle says she's their biggest nightmare, and this character hilariously misinterprets by saying that their biggest nightmare is actually forgetting their homework and their pants are made of pudding, which is a bit intriguing to me because that sounds like a child's nightmare, not necessarily just a character's. And the trailer actually ends this way with Wildstyle kicking this character. But I'm left to be a bit curious as the design for this character and Sweet Mayhem seem to share a resemblance. And as she's called General Mayhem, it could just be that she's a general in an army that's much larger. So there you have it, folks. That was the trailer 2 breakdown, and there was just so much to unpack here. And while the trailer definitely gives us a lot more detail into the story, it also brings up a ton of major questions for me. Like, who are the real villains of this story? Is it Queen Whatevra Wannabe, or is it General Mayhem? And what's going to come out of all this male-female dynamics? And am I right about the glitter? Well, I guess we'll have to wait to find out. As I was working on this video, there were 19 new sets announced for the movie, so don't forget to subscribe to watch my full breakdown on everything you need to know about the sets. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're as excited for the new movie as I am. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think of the trailer? And which was your favorite part? And remember, for my weekly giveaways, simply comment and subscribe and you could win a prize. You must be a subscriber to win, and definitely turn on notifications to find out when my next video is posted, because I'll be announcing the winners at the end of some of the videos. That's all the time we've got for today. Thanks, and have a good one! Hey guys, Michael here. Click to watch my last This Week in Bonus LEGO news video featuring LEGO Black Friday deals and more. And don't forget to subscribe!